This is News 3 Now at 5.
Thanks for staying with us. Eric's off tonight. We'll get to our top stories in just a moment, but first we're tracking a big change in our weather pattern. You're looking live right now at Minneapolis, which could see as much as a foot of snow as part of a winter storm moving through the state. They are under a blizzard warning.
Well, we won't be seeing snow as part of that storm, but we will see a dramatic temperature change and some very high winds. We've been watching our sky camera shake at the top of the tower near our station on Madison's west side. Let's get an update on the weather now. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti is on the windy weather patio. Hi, Gary.
Hi, Susan. The winds are howling out here, but for much of the day they've been out of the south, and that actually warmed us up into the 50s before the cold front came through. And right now, you can see on Doppler track, we're kind of in between weather systems. There are showers to our east across parts of southeastern Wisconsin into the Chicago area. The heavy snow through Minnesota into northwestern Wisconsin, a little bit of rain on the southern edge of that. But we're what we call the dry slot, basically right underneath the jet stream, which has actually dried the air out. So right now, we're staying dry, and we could see a few flurries tonight into tomorrow morning, but not much more than that. High in Madison hit 52. Janesville topped out at 57. Look where the temperatures are now. We've dropped to 40 already. Temperatures are down to around 30 by La Crosse, and they will continue to fall very rapidly as winds shift around to a more westerly direction. Notice those wind gusts in the 30 to 35 mile per hour range. Temperatures will tumble into the middle teens by 4 a.m. and down to about 10 degrees by tomorrow morning, with wind chills perhaps as cold as 15 below zero. Look for a high tomorrow of only around 13 degrees for Christmas Eve. Christmas Day, we'll see highs in the upper teens, but start out near zero with wind chills down to 15 below zero by early on Christmas Day morning. Some snow is in the forecast toward the end of the weekend, and then again toward the New Year's holiday. More details and weather in a few minutes.
All right, Gary, thank you. As temperatures drop tonight, be sure to download our free channel3000.com First Warn weather and traffic app. It has our most up-to-date forecast and the latest temperatures all in the palm of your hand. Just search Channel 3000 Weather in your app store.
Breaking news tonight, Public Health Madison and Dane County says free COVID-19 testing at the Alliant Energy Center will continue through March. Since opening in May, the center has administered more than 330,000 COVID tests. Today's announcement means the tests will continue until at least March 31st of 2021. The site will be closed this Friday for Christmas and next Friday for New Year's Day.
A year of unknowns and strange twists took another one this week. Doctors are watching a new strain of the coronavirus that's spreading across the UK.
In Wisconsin, healthcare leaders are being cautious but are confident that our vaccines will handle it. Our Amanda Quintana is at UW Hospital tonight with what you need to know about this different strain. Amanda?
Yes, well, doctors believe that this new strain is more contagious, but they're just not sure yet if it makes you more sick. So we asked if the currently approved vaccines will work for this new strain.
The real answer is we don't completely know the answer to it.
Dr. William Hartman says a mutant strain found in the UK is up to 70% more infectious, although it hasn't shown to be more deadly. But it's the way the virus mutated that's worrisome. It attaches to cells tighter than other strains.
Any changes within that spike protein are obviously concerning, but the majority, 99% of that spike protein remains the same. It would be highly unusual for it to mutate enough that all these antibodies wouldn't work.
In order to test for this new strain, you need to do full genome sequencing, looking at the RNA of the virus. Wisconsin's DHS is doing this, but not for all tests.
We do this in Wisconsin on a routine basis, but on a relatively small proportion of the tests that get performed. It's been several thousand that we've done this full whole genome sequencing.
Dr. Ryan Westergaard says so far the mutant strain has not been found in Wisconsin, but that doesn't mean it's not here. Dr. Hartman suspects it's probably already in the U.S. As DHS continues to look, both doctors want to make sure people understand mutations are normal.
It's not unusual. In fact, it's expected that as time goes on in an epidemic, the genetic sequence of the virus will change.
That doesn't change what we need to do to fight it. Wear a mask and social distance.
This virus is still real, and this virus is still real dangerous. And so we have to do everything we can to keep it away.
Dr. Hartman tells me that he doesn't want people to be alarmed, but he does want you to be aware, especially going into this Christmas holiday. And he says this same way that we fight the virus right now is the same way that we need to do it now. Again, wear your mask.
Amanda Quintana reporting live tonight. Amanda, thank you.
The Trump administration is set to purchase another 100 million doses of Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine. The Department of Health and Human Services says Pfizer will deliver at least 70 million doses by the end of June. The remaining doses will be delivered no later than July 31st. Including today's deal, the U.S. government has purchased a total of 200 million doses of Pfizer's vaccine for $4 billion.
Communities of color continue to see larger impacts from COVID-19, but they're also the most hesitant to get the vaccine. As Jamie Perez shares, staff members at UW Health are doing something to help intersect these two competing factors.
UW Health is doing some outreach work right now to help inform communities of color about the vaccine. So they're speaking with organizations and nonprofits who work closely with communities of color to talk about what the vaccine is, some of the side effects, and what the trial process looks like. And they're hoping that by listening to community concerns about the vaccine and informing them about it, it can help build back the trust that's currently lacking.
So what I've been doing, and as I help people navigate making these decisions, okay, let's talk about the choice of getting the vaccine. Let's talk about the potential benefits, and let's talk about the potential risks. This is real. Now, let's talk about the other option. The other option is not getting the vaccines. Let's talk about the benefits of not getting it. And then let's talk about the risks of if you do get COVID-19, what that means for you and your family.
Coming up tonight at 6, we're going to look into some of the things that caused this mistrust in the first place and why having more community leaders of color being seen, getting the vaccine, and then talking about it will help make a difference.
Jamie Perez reporting. Wisconsin has surpassed 460,000 all-time cases of COVID-19. DHS and county dashboards show an increase of 2,500 cases over the past day. 67 more people have died, while 33,000 cases remain active. The Department of Health Services says it is expanding testing for assisted living facilities. The new program will allow community-based residential facilities and adult family homes to opt in for routine COVID-19 surveillance testing. In a statement, DHS Secretary-designee Andrea Palm said testing is a key tool for boxing in the virus, and this routine testing will allow these facilities to take more action to contain the spread.
The virus's spread isn't showing signs of slowing holiday travel. Nearly 80 million Americans are expected to head somewhere for Christmas or New Year's. Compared to a year ago, far fewer people are traveling by air. It comes just months before a possible return to normal. Dr. Anthony Fauci believes if the ongoing vaccination effort goes according to plan, life could start to return to normal by this summer.
We could have 70 to 85% of the population vaccinated. When that occurs, there will be an umbrella of protection over the entire country that their level of virus will be so low that you will essentially been able to establish herd immunity.
Dr. Fauci also said he hopes that big events like weddings can safely resume by July.
A group of volunteers is remembering and honoring Wisconsinites who died from COVID-19 and continuing to ask state lawmakers for assistance. Volunteers assembled a paper chain today with every link representing someone in the state who died from COVID-19 complications. Each link had the name of the county each victim was from. The chain stretched over 800 feet long. Incoming Democratic legislator Francesca Hong says Wisconsin's government has to do more to prevent more death.
We cannot accept the status quo. We cannot accept that for many in our state, inadequate health care, financial insecurity, racial inequality, and many more structural inequities have literally cost them their lives.
Earlier this week, Governor Tony Evers sent what he called a compromise bill to Republican lawmakers, asking them to take action to address the COVID-19 pandemic. Senator Devin LeMahieu responded saying that the bill was not a compromise, suggesting the governor cherry-picked proposals discussed during their negotiations. The battle over the Christmas tree inside the Wisconsin State Capitol has come to a conclusion.
Republican state representatives say they put up the tree for the third and final time yesterday. The tree was put up last week, but removed after they didn't have a permit for the display. Representative Paul Tittle says when the tree was placed inside the rotunda yesterday, they promised Capitol Police it would be taken down by 5 o'clock.
I don't want anybody to think this is anything other than we just wanted to keep a 100-year tradition going in the state of Wisconsin.
And he says when the tree was up yesterday, a group sang Christmas carols and hung ornaments. He says those ornaments will now be delivered to nursing homes throughout the state.
The 115th Fighter Wing says its investigation into this month's deadly F-16 crash has moved into Phase 2. Air Force Captain Leslie Westmont says Phase 2 involves the Site Investigation Board. It expects Phase 2 to take about 30 days. Captain Durwood Hawk Jones died in the crash during a routine training mission. Captain Jones joined the Air National Guard in 2011. He had been living with his wife and 2 young children in Sun Prairie.
Well, shopping online, there's been a lot more of it during the pandemic, and it could mean a bigger tax cut for us here in Wisconsin. Amy Reed joins us now to explain how it works. Amy?
This last session, the governor signed off on a law that gives some sales tax back to taxpayers in the form of a tax cut. This applies to online purchases from retailers who don't have ties to Wisconsin. This law mandates that any tax the state collects from that, it needs to give the same amount back in a state income tax cut that targets the 2 lowest brackets. Earlier this year, the Wisconsin Policy Forum looked into how the pandemic affected this.
With the increase that we've seen in online sales in 2020, it is now looking like that income tax cut is going to be quite a bit larger than we would have anticipated going into 2020.
Their research showed that we already met projections for this tax collection in 2020 back in April. The Department of Revenue starts the collection year over in September, and researchers thought by then we would double projections, which could mean double the tax cut for you, potentially more than $200 million. This is automatic, so you don't have to do anything to get the savings, but there is a trade-off for the state. In a year where tax revenue is down, other states are keeping the money from this sales tax, while Wisconsin is giving it back.
Amy Reed reporting for us live. Thank you, Amy. Coming up on News 3 Now at 5, President-elect Joe Biden introduces his nominee for Education Secretary.
Plus, the presidential recount in Milwaukee County comes in under budget. And then coming up tonight on News 3 Now at 6, the new Wisconsin COVID-19 tracking app is now available across the state. We'll show you how it works coming up at 6.
But first on Wall Street, the Dow adds 159 points today. The NASDAQ takes a 36-point dive, while the S&P 500 gains nearly 9. We'll be right back.
Find the perfect treat.
We're going skating. We're going to Nana's.
Wherever you go this holiday, Chevy can help you get there.
Which is why we're making our Chevy employee discount available to everyone.
The Chevy price you pay is what we pay.
Not a cent more. So wherever you go, happy holidays from Chevy.
Use the Chevy employee discount for everyone to get over $5,800 below MSRP on this Equinox. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Transform your home with updates from Menards. We carry over 80 styles of easy-to-install vinyl plank flooring, like Designer's Image Twilight Vinyl Plank. It's available in 2 unique embossed styles, and it's 100% waterproof. Just $229 a square foot. Complete the look and find your style with Patriot Lighting. Get coordinating lighting for your entire home like the Mannix Collection. This vanity light is $79.99. Plus, give the perfect gift with a Menards gift card.
More seasons greetings to you all from Menards.
Keeping yourself and your family safe from germs and bacteria is made easy with Cetus ultraviolet technology for sterilization. Through time-tested ultraviolet irradiation, killing 99% of dangerous microbes is simple and effortless. UV light technology is faster and more reliable than water-based disinfectants. Now easier than ever to live germ-free. Visit www.cetusonline.com. That is CETUSonline.com.
At iMart Express, it's just the right price. 2 pairs of glasses start under $40. Using insurance? We accept over 1,000 plans, and using your benefits is as easy as 1, 2, 3. No insurance? No problem. Glasses to fit your budget. It's just the right price. Only at iMart Express.
Introducing Budweiser ZERO. 0% alcohol, 0 grams of sugar. Full Budweiser flavor. For all the moments you want a beer and need to stay on your game. Budweiser ZERO. 0 compromise.
Let's get to it, America. Because joy doesn't just happen. You make it happen. And during the Ford Built for the Holidays sales event, we're helping you make even more joy. Come get the best deals of the season with offers on select Ford SUVs and Ford Fusion. Everything you need to make the holidays brighter than ever. That's how we're making joy this season. How will you? Get Escape with 0 for 66 financing plus $1,500 cash and $2,000 trade assist during the final days of the Built for the Holidays sales event.
Hey folks, 'tis the season for presents and trash, but be careful before you toss stuff out. Watch News 3 Now this morning, Thursday. We'll share the one dangerous item you should absolutely not throw in your recycling bin. See you then.
Wisconsin weather can be frustrating. Get the latest forecast, alerts, and detailed traffic reports from the News 3 Now team. On air, online, and download the Channel 3000 First Warn app. Be the first to know what's headed our way. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Welcome back. The presidential recount in Milwaukee County came in slightly under budget at nearly $1.7 million. Milwaukee County's clerk says nearly 2/3 of the money spent went toward renting space at the Wisconsin Center. He says the county expected the recount to cost about $2 million. President Trump's campaign paid $3 million in advance for the partial recount in Dane and Milwaukee counties. President-elect Joe Biden gained 132 votes following the recount. President Trump is headed to Florida for the holidays, but before he left, the president vetoed a $740 billion defense bill and demanded lawmakers revise the $900 billion COVID relief package it passed this week.
I am asking Congress to amend this bill and increase the ridiculously low $600 to $2,000 or $4,000 for a couple. I'm also asking Congress to immediately get rid of the wasteful and unnecessary items from this legislation.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says Democrats are ready to bring a plan that provides $2,000 per person to the floor. In order to do that tomorrow, she would need the cooperation of House Republican leader Kevin McCarthy.
Joe Biden introduced his nominee for Education Secretary this morning. Miguel Cardona is Connecticut's Education Commissioner. His parents moved from Puerto Rico to Connecticut when he was a child. If confirmed by the U.S. Senate, Cardona will be another high-profile Latino in the president-elect's cabinet. Well, let's get to weather now. It's a busy day in the weather office, and the winds of change are blowing. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
They sure are, Susan, but we're in a fortunate spot with this storm system. We're kind of in between. There's rain and even some thunderstorms to the south. There's heavy snow to our north and west, and we're right in this dry slot, right underneath the jet stream, which kind of dries the air out, but actually allowed us a little bit of sunshine this afternoon and temperatures to get in the lower 50s. But it's snowing very heavily from northwestern Iowa through the Twin Cities up into northwestern Wisconsin and northeastern Minnesota. Wind gusts right now are in the 30 to 40 mile per range over much of southern Wisconsin. La Crosse, a wind gust to 51 miles an hour. And look at the wind gusts over western Minnesota, 50 to 55 miles per hour. That coupled with the heavy snow. Visibilities are below a half mile through much of Minnesota and northwestern Iowa. Some cases they're seeing near zero visibility and blowing snow. That area under blizzard warnings until 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. Winter storm warnings in effect for northwestern Wisconsin. Winter weather advisories north and west of Black River Falls up toward Eau Claire and into parts of central Iowa, but nothing for us. In fact, down to the south, there are some wind advisories. But look at the difference in temperatures. Milwaukee just had the cold front come through there at 54, Madison 40, La Crosse 30, Twin Cities right now at 18. You factor in those strong winds. Wind chills are around zero in the Twin Cities, teens and 20s below zero across western Minnesota. That's the cold air that's going to be pouring in from the north and west. And again, down to the south, there are wind advisories until early tomorrow morning across Iowa and northern Illinois. 3 things you need to know in our forecast. Breezy conditions continuing for tonight, for Christmas Eve, and for Christmas Day, so that'll add a chill to the air. It'll be much colder through Christmas Day. High temperatures only in the low to mid-teens, and wind chills in the morning, 5 to 15 below zero, and during the day, hovering around zero. And then we'll see some snow chances toward the end of the holiday weekend into Monday morning of next week. That could bring some minor snow accumulations. Take a look at what temperatures have done over the last 48 hours. The average high temperatures in the upper 20s. Our temperatures mainly have been in the 30s. We peaked at 52 degrees today. Look what's happened, or look what will happen over the next 48 hours. Those temperatures tumbling into the single digits, wind chills dropping below zero by early tomorrow morning and probably staying below zero through much of Christmas. In fact, the specific forecast for Christmas Eve, looking for a high of 13 degrees. Notice those temperatures staying in the lower teens all day long, and there could be a few flurries as well. And the Christmas Day forecast, maybe a couple degrees warmer in the afternoon, some sunshine in the morning, but still a very cold Christmas holiday. For tomorrow, look for a high temperature of 13 degrees, breezy, much colder, a few flurries in the morning. On future track, you can see those temperatures tumbling overnight. Could be a flurry or two overnight into tomorrow morning, highs only in the teens. Then as we clear out tomorrow night, temperatures drop into the single digits, just near zero, and then on Christmas Day, highs in the upper teens. 7 to 10 day forecast, low 30s over the weekend, again, some snow chances from Sunday afternoon into Monday morning, maybe some minor accumulations there. A more important storm system just before New Year's with some snow, maybe mixed with rain on Wednesday that could bring some snow accumulations, and then we turn a little colder for the New Year's holiday. As we take a look at first warn traffic this day before Christmas Eve, right now the Beltline in pretty good shape. There were some slowdowns around Verona Road earlier, also some slowdowns in the vicinity of Easttown Mall and Westtown Mall where last-minute holiday shoppers are going. But right now on the Beltline, travel either direction, about a 16-minute trip between University Avenue and I-3990. Heading out of Madison down to the south, it'll take you 27 minutes from the Beltline to Janesville on I-3990, 17 minutes to Sauk City on US 12, and also 17 minutes to Sun Prairie on East Washington Avenue and US 151. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
All right, Gary, thank you. Still ahead on News 3 Now at 5. A California family is celebrating the holidays together this season, just months after they nearly lost their child. We'll have that story after a quick break. We'll be right back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
The holidays are a time for giving.
To your friends, your family,
to your teachers.
In that spirit of giving,
Chevy's proud to give our employee discount to everyone.
The Chevy price you pay
is what we pay.
Not a cent more.
Because giving and giving back is what the holidays are all about.
Use the Chevy employee discount for everyone to get a total value of over $8,400 on this Silverado.
Get the Chevy employee discount for everyone today.
In 1912, Leon L. Bean sold his first batch of 100 boats. 90 of them leaked. He refunded every pair and then perfected them. Because if it wasn't comfortable, he didn't want people to have it. This holiday season, we want to help you give the warmest, coziest, longest-lasting gifts on Earth and make you feel more comfortable than you have in a long, long time.
Twas the holiday season, and as is often the case, magic was found in an unlikely place. Molly tried her best to make introductions. Dad couldn't see past his grown-up assumptions. But thanks to fresh ham and warm apple pie, Dad was finally able to see with fresh eyes. With the freshest assortment to make everyone's faves, the happiest holidays start with Pick and Save.
So, how's saving for the renovation going?
All done.
I will never understand how you do it.
Easy. She saves with BMO Harris. We give you a cash reward for every month you save.
So BMO will give me cash for saving money?
You bet.
Can the subject hold position 2, please?
How's this?
That's art.
That makes saving look good.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect. Get a $5 reward every month you save $200 or more in a new BMO Statement Savings account.
We drive everywhere to help our son reach his dream of becoming an elite swimmer. So we enrolled in the Know Your Drive program with American Family Insurance. It gives us discounts for safe driving and other benefits, like emergency roadside service. which comes in handy, no matter where his dreams take him. With Know Your Drive, save up to 20% and get closer to your dreams. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
Come on. Let's go.
Come on, let's go in.
Toyotathon is on. 'Tis the season for great year-end deals.
Right now, during Toyotathon, you can get $750 customer cash on a stylish new 2021 Camry. Visit Toyota.com to learn more.
Don't miss out. Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
This Christmas, a California family is celebrating the greatest gift they can imagine, a healthy baby boy.
But things might have turned out far differently had it not been for the incredible selfless act of a stranger. Chris Martinez has their story.
Look at him, so cute.
It's not every day you get to meet a real-life guardian angel.
There's no words that
This is amazing.
will describe how thankful we are to you, Michael. You saved our son's life.
It's my honor.
This is the first time Chad and Eileen Cooper are coming face-to-face with Michael Speck, who donated part of his liver so 10-month-old Jacob could live.
Your son's born with a issue, and then somebody from across the country you've never met shows up to save his life.
Jacob was born with biliary atresia, a rare disease of the liver and bile ducts that can be deadly.
He was getting progressively sicker. He was hospitalized with infection prior to transplant. He was critically ill.
Dr. Yuri Jenik at Children's Hospital Los Angeles says Jacob needed a liver transplant to survive. Jacob's dad immediately volunteered to be a donor to save his son, but after undergoing testing, Chad was confronted with a diagnosis of his own.
In the CT scan and the MRI, we found a mass near your pelvis, and this needs to be seen right away.
With Chad and Eileen both unsuitable donors, doctors began the search for another live donor. They found one weeks later, nearly 2,000 miles away in Ohio. 64-year-old Michael Speck, a father and grandfather who had already donated a kidney to a minister years earlier, was now volunteering again to donate part of his liver to save a stranger.
The surgeon told me it was a little 10-month-old baby. When I found that out, I just burst out crying.
In October, in the middle of the pandemic, Michael traveled to Los Angeles for the transplant, which was a complete success. He hopes others follow his example.
There's so many other people out there that can do the same thing I did.
Saving a life and forming a forever bond.
To be able to donate to a child, it's a miracle.
Oh no, you're the miracle. You're the miracle, my friend.
No.
Yeah.
It's all worthwhile seeing you guys.
Chris Martinez, CBS News, Los Angeles.
I have 4 dogs.
What a hero. Jacob's father had surgery in recent weeks and is now recovering. A final check of your first warn forecast when we come back.
Imagine life in that, or that. Having zero stress. Wasting zero energy worrying. 0 days wanting less seats, more seats, and 0 regrets. Imagine that. 0 reasons not to get into a Volkswagen, especially now that you can start shopping from home. Click, call, or come by today. Visit our Volkswagen Sign Then Drive event and lease the 2020 Jetta S today with 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month's payment, and 0 due at signing.
Hey, Dutch boy, show me Mocha Red.
Okay.
Does it have a smooth, durable finish?
Yes, and it's 50% more stain resistant.
You still talking to Dutch boy?
Dutch boy, show me Sleepy Purple.
Okay.
Oh, would you look at that?
That's better.
He'll still help us paint, right?
With Dutch Boy's high-quality, high-performance paint and Menard's friendly expert service, it's easy to twist off to something great.
You're handier than I thought.
We love the new apartment.
The natural light is amazing.
Hardwood floors.
There is a bit of a clogging problem.
At least GEICO makes it easy to bundle our renters and car insurance.
Yeah, helping us save even more.
bundling made easy. Go to geico.com.
Happy holidays and happy savings at the Brothers Maine during our Happy Holiday Savings Sale. Give your home a little love and give yourself more big savings on brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Amana. We're making the holidays a little easier with up to 18 months of 0% financing and the convenience of expert delivery free. You get more for the holidays at the Moore store. Happy home shopping, happy holidays, and happy holiday savings from all of us at the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
Complying with national guidelines is made easy with the Cetus commercial touchless forehead thermometer. The Instant Read LCD digital display yields an accurate body temperature reading from 2 to 4 inches within half a second. From schools, offices, shops, and all other public places, keep yourself safe and compliant with a hands-free thermometer that's easy to install and easier to use. Visit www.cetusonline.com. That is CETUSonline.com.
Let's get to it, America. Because joy doesn't just happen. You make it happen. And during the Ford Built for the Holidays sales event, we're helping you make even more joy. Come get the best deals of the season with offers on select Ford SUVs and Ford Fusion. Everything you need to make the holidays brighter than ever. That's how we're making joy this season. How will you? Hurry in for the final days. Get Fusion with 0 for 66 financing plus $1,500 cash back and $2,000 trade assist or lease for $199.
Let's head to Gary, who has a final check of the weather.
Well, we're watching that big winter storm to our north and west, but it's going to stay to our north and west. Might get a few flurries, but that's just about it. You can see blizzard warnings through the Twin Cities metro area and winter storm warnings west of Eau Claire. If you're traveling in the northwest tonight, probably better off wait until tomorrow. Temperatures right now, 54 in Milwaukee, 40 in Madison, 30 in La Crosse. That shows you how those temperatures are dropping. Winds right now gusting 30 to 40 miles per hour, but they're shifting to the west. That'll drive temperatures down to about 10 by tomorrow morning with wind chills, perhaps as cold as 15 below zero.
All right, bundle up. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here at 6 o'clock. Have a good evening.